That fact that you truly just feel different. It's not to be disrespectful towards anyone else, but it honestly feels like you have more inside you than other people have. Like you have that weird gift, that weird potential that you could say, hey, I can do something better than that person can. I don't deserve and I shouldn't be working in that 9-to-5 jobs. I have so much inside that I want to get out. I just don't know how to get it out. And I remember sitting on my college campus bench and the bell rang and every kid was going from class to class, class to class. And there were thousands of kids going from all these different classes. And I sat there on the bench and I just watched them. I sat there and I watched every single student go from different building. And I just thought to myself, when do we learn anything different? If I'm learning the same thing as 15,000 other kids, that means I'm going to have the same result as 15,000 kids.
Makes sense.
And every single kid I know who graduated college complained about their job, wasn't happy with their salary, worked a 9-to-5, had to pay off debt. The only way to truly be successful in life is at some point for you to do something different, for you to stand outside the crowd, for you to say, hey, I don't give a fuck what someone else thinks about me. I'm going to go ahead and do it just because I want to do it.
Yeah. Drinking dope, turn me to a superhero. Yeah. Hit that pill, turn me to a superhero. Yeah. Boom, my 90, turn me to a superhero. Yeah. If your metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm on that dope again, I'm on that flow again, switch up the flow again, yeah. Fly in the parachute, gripping that pole again, I'm on that all again, yeah. Can't get in the cup, gotta get paid, king in the streets, young made, spreading of the crowd, take it to the grave. Ain't having problems, I'm sipping the bar. Shout out to Dallas, my is a star. Get rich, ready to take it to war. Piss on your casket, shoot at your bra.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time! Woo! Oh, baby. We're getting ourselves excited on this day. We're getting ourselves ready to rock and roll on this day. I hope everyone's fired up right now. I hope every single person is ready to rock and roll. It's Thursday. Ready to see what's going to be coming on up here next. Ready to see where this momentum's going to take us. S&P 500 starting to work its way on up. Today's a big day. Today is a big day. So traders, let's talk about it all. Let's get ourselves prepared on this one, and let's get ready to rock and roll. So traders, if you guys are watching right now over on YouTube, smash that thumbs on up. If you guys are watching right now over on TikTok, double tap that screen, show a little bit of love at this moment. But traders, you guys already know the goal. The goal here today is that every single person, I'm talking about every single person that's watching this live stream right now at this moment, you guys are going to come out on top. You guys are going to win. You guys are going in the green. That's what I want. And then my job's not complete until that happens. If you are trading live with me this morning, we have one job, and that's to make sure that you guys come out in the green. And if you guys don't come out in the green, well, that just means I'm not doing my job. So I want to make sure that you guys are prepared. You guys have confidence. You guys are trading live with me because I'm going to show you step by step everything to do here. All right? Everything. Man, let me ask you guys a question. You ever wake up in the morning one day and you just say, man, I don't know what it was. Maybe I was having some dreams. Maybe, again, my body was resting on up. But you just wake up and you're just feeling absolutely fantastic. You're just feeling like you feel like you just had your first kiss. That's how I feel like. I feel like I'm 24 again. That's how I feel like, guys, after my first kiss. Let's get ready to see what this day brings us. Let's get excited, and let's see where this momentum takes us on this day. So what we got to talk about is obviously the S&P 500. The S&P 500 at this time, we are looking to break out and start moving back up towards around 520. We take a look over on this time frame. Let's go over to the 60-minute time frame because the 60-minute time frame is really breaking it down and making it as easy as possible for all of us. Now, I drew this on out and I made it very easy for everyone to see. 60-minute time frame shows us the last 35 days on my chart. We can see the last 2 days have been extremely sluggish. When I'm saying sluggish, I'm talking slow. Not that much action, not that much activity, not too much, glizzle and glazzle. Okay? I don't know if those are words, but you guys kind of understand what I'm saying. We have been bouncing off the price of 515, moved back on up towards around 517.75. Fall back on down, bounce back up to 517.75. Come back on down, bounce on up towards around 517.75. Now, not only has it been the last 2 days, but we can actually scroll on back. So again, even previously, we're talking about, middle of April. We're talking about the start of April, where you guys can see we did have old resistance at around 515.15. You guys can see top resistance. Here is a bounce play off 515.15. But you guys can also see a bounce play at this red line, 517.75. So I'm going to show this, over on full screen right here. I know if you guys are watching on TikTok, you can't really see it too well, but just take a look at the past chart history pattern. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all the way back at February 8th right here. This is February 8th. Resistance at 517.75. Here we are again, February 13th, resistance, and then of course, big time breakout. Let's just keep going through day by day, month by month. You can see bounce play 517.75, bounce play 517.75, bounce play. You guys can see again, dip buy off 515. My blue and red lines are absolutely set for perfection right now. Everything is perfect at this moment. We know that over the last 3 months, we usually have trouble right around this 517.75 mark. And we usually bounce right off around this 515-ish mark. So if you guys do follow me on Twitter, or if you guys are in chat or anywhere, I like to post my game plan just to give everyone a little bit of an update and idea of what I think is going to be best on the day. And you guys can see I posted the same exact chart right here, saying this is the following game plan. After 2 sluggish days, the perfect game plan would be, again, looking to get filled on a morning pullback and then getting this nice squeeze, getting this nice breakout, getting this nice move over on these plays. And you can see in the past over here where our top resistance and our main support lines are. So, traders, what it really comes on down to at this moment is we are currently testing our main resistance line. Resistance is another word for saying, honestly, reversal. Whenever we hit these resistance lines, we usually reverse at them. So let's just take a second here, team, because I'm going to tell you something that nearly 99% of traders do wrong. You guys want to hear what this is? 99% of traders do this wrong. They all look for breakouts. Who here has ever looked for a breakout and ended up getting smoked? And what I mean by get smoked is that nearly every single time you look for a breakout, every single time you look for that move, that rip, that run, whatever it may be, guess what happens? The S&P 500 comes up to the red line, you get rejected back on down. You come up to the red line, you get rejected right back on down. You come up to the red line, you get rejected back on down, up to the red line. And traders, time after time again, think that there's always going to be a breakout. Hey, Dek, I'm going to buy for the breakout. I just lost. Hey, I'm going to buy for the breakout. I just lost. I'm going to buy for the breakout. I just lost. I just buy for the breakout. I just lost. Time and time after again, we are always buying for the breakout. And usually 9 out of 10 times, we just reverse back on down. So the thing is, what is the smartest way to trade at the start of the day today? The smartest way to trade would be saying, hey, let's do a reversal right back on down. The smartest way to trade would be, hey, let's look to see if this just comes right back on down at the start. Now, if we do start breaking this red line, there's a great chance that we do squeeze on up. And the reason why I say that is because we haven't broken this red line or that 517.75 mark for a while. Number 2, it has been a resistance line for the last few months. And of course, right now the S&P 500 has had a pretty slow week, and we're really looking for a lot of traders to kind of push things on up in a harder fashion. What I do want to check out though is how was the jobless claims data? We did have jobless claims data that came out at 8:30, which was 45 minutes ago. So let's see what happened there. And let's see how this market is, starting to shape on up. It says weekly jobless claims jumps to 231,000, the highest since August. So jobless claims total of seasonally adjusted 231,000 for the week ended May 4th, up 22,000 from the week before, the highest since late August of 2023. Continuing claims, which run a week behind, increased to 1.78, up 17,000 from the previous week. An increase in claims follow a string of mostly strong hiring reports, though a hiring showing in April was light compared to expectations. Right now, team, there's so much of, I'm going to be honest with you, there's so much of, oh, the market's going to go up for this. No, the market's going to go down because of this. The market's going to... So basically, we have more, we're seeing more people employed at this moment. But last week, we saw that in April, we had higher unemployment. So it's basically like we're getting conflicting data right now. We have data that's showing that more people are getting hired. But again, last week, we had jobs data that showed that we're creating less jobs and there's more unemployment. So it's kind of like we have so much random data at this moment. I really wouldn't be too strung into current events. What I would be more focused on is how can we be able to profit today? Remember, I'm a day trader. And what does a day trader mean? I care about today. I don't care what the CEO is going to do next week. I don't care what your PE ratio is your company. I don't care what your earnings reports are for the last 3 months. I do not care about that in any sort of way. What I care about is what is the S&P 500 going to do today? And I think we all basically have a pretty clear idea. What it's going to do is either, number one, breakout of this red line or reversal right back on down. Remember, team, it really is as simple as just looking at the past. Red line, we had a bounce play. 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 Red line, we had resistance. Red line, we had a sell-off. Now, as we come back up to our red line, we know that we do have resistance, 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 resistance. Now, if anyone's saying, Dek, what is the red line? Like, what is that? That is just, again, an area that I noticed that, again, has strong resistance. So it's not like it's any indicator. You have to be able to see these and place these for yourself. So by me, again, studying and me by understanding what to look for and me knowing that there's different tops and reversals and resistance, that's where I just jump on this trade and I say, hey, you know what? That's going to be our main resistance line of this day. So your two options at the very start of the day. Number one, you guys don't do anything. That's absolutely fine. Wait for some things to set itself on up. Number two, you look for the break of 517.75, spike up to 518 plus. Look for that breakout and look to see if we can go all the way up towards like 520 today. Or number three, you guys say, hey, Dek, we're probably going to get rejected right around 517.75. Let me do a put contract right at the start here. All are good options that could definitely make you guys a lot of money, definitely can make you guys a lot of cash. We will take a chat poll to see what you guys are thinking. So let's actually do that right now here. I'm going to set this on up and I want to see what you guys think is the best idea. 2 sluggish days. Traders are very eager to be trading. People are excited to see what's going to be coming on up here. And let's set this on up. Let's go with what will happen today, right? What do you guys think? Do you guys think the SPY will spike through resistance, spike on up through resistance, run back up to 520? Or is it going to be open on up right at resistance and get that sell off? So SPY, sell off as we drop back on down. So if you guys are on Tradecaster right now, everyone go cast your vote if you guys are over on Tradecaster. Now, if you guys are on TikTok, everyone type out either, again, spike or dump. If you guys are on YouTube, type out right now, spike or dump. So let's see what traders on Tradecaster are thinking. Right now on Tradecaster, we got about 1,500 people watching on Tradecaster. Let's see what we have here. Guys, 78% says it's going to spike. 74%, 75% saying we're going to spike right now. Make sure everyone goes cast their vote. 77% says it's going to spike at this moment. 78%. Let's see here. 77, 78, 77, 79. Everyone cast your vote. At this moment, we got about 79% at this moment, it seems like. That's, traders are saying 80% going up a little bit more. Some more votes are coming on through. And I'm going to give everyone about 5 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop the poll. So right now, team, we got 75 to 25% split. 75% of the traders on Tradecaster believe that the SPY is going to break through resistance today. 25% believe that we are going to have a sell-off today. Okay? So, we definitely have the majority of traders looking for that spike. Now, I do agree with you. I do think there is a great chance that we do move ourselves on up today. I personally always like to try to get filled on some sort of pullback. So if we can get filled maybe on some sort of pullback, some sort of drop, some sort of dip buy, I think that's always better than getting filled at the tippity top. So, for me at least, I don't like ever getting filled at the top here. Okay, so when I take a look over on a play, let's say it's the SPY here. Okay, here's the SPY. Here's top resistance going across the board. We know if we get above this resistance line, we get breakouts, right? We get above that resistance line, we get breakouts. We have seen in the past, though, that the SPY hits the top red, falls on down. hits the top red, falls on down. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be opening on up right here. We're opening on up right there. So the thing is, I would feel like an idiot a little bit buying right here, right when we open, just for it to potentially come crashing right back on down on me. Most likely, even if I am a call trader, which means I bet that it's going to break on out, I would much rather wait for some sort of pullback, get filled here, and then you have more opportunity to make money. Because let's say best case scenario, it again breaks on out in the future. Great, I can make a lot of money. Worst case scenario, it hits that red line again and starts dumping, and guess what? I still have an opportunity to profit. I still have an opportunity to make money. I still have an opportunity to still be in the green there, right? So that is something, I want to make sure that we're on top of. So S&P 500, I don't want to buy right at the top right here. I'm definitely going to wait for some sort of pullback, but I am leaning a lot more towards the calls right here. I'm definitely leaning a lot more towards buying, but I really do want to wait for that perfect setup rather than just buying exactly at the tippity top. All right. So right here, traders, we got a good idea. We got some good focus. Is there any sort of hot penny stocks right now? We got CPOP starting to slowly move itself on up. We got TAOP, which had a quick morning spike and now starting to give some back. We have SEZL, which doesn't really look like it's doing too much, not really any sort of volume. And IVP, which is a spike and a dump. Now, you guys already know this. You guys already know we only have 2 more days of option trading, today and Friday. Isn't that kind of crazy to think about? We have 2 more days of option trading, today and tomorrow. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to the strategy that got me on the map as a stock trader. We are back to the strategy that traders again say, hey, this is how I found Dek. When you want to see $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 months, my biggest month ever is $120,000 in 30 days. Verified on Lightspeed. Lightspeed broker could verify it. The thing is, team, we are going back to the smaller cap plays starting next week, and I'm teaching every single one of you guys how to trade these smaller cap plays with shorting, which means betting against them. So I am just so pumped, so fired up right now. I'm sorry, I'm so fired up. Yes, I want to go hard today. Yes, I want to make a lot of money today. Yes, I want to be able to attack it. But to get back, I feel like I'm like, like Bruce Wayne coming back to Gotham. I feel like, I'm Michael Jordan playing baseball right now, and I'm going back to the Bulls next week. Like, I feel like we're all set, ready to go. All right, I am absolutely fired on up. I am ready to get after it. I feel like I'm Mike Tyson right now, about to fight Jake Paul over the summer. Okay, that's how I feel. So the thing is, team, we are going back to the strategy that has made me the most amount of money. We are going back to the strategy that I think is the most predictable in the stock market. We are going back to the strategy that, again, led to thousands and thousands of dollars made by members in the chat room. We're done with options after Friday. So let's make today count. Let's make tomorrow count. Let's make sure that we're all set, ready to go. So, team, is there any sort of hot news out of these plays? CPOP, TAOP, and SEZL, I believe all came out with press releases last night. So CPOP, this play, if we want to take a look over on CPOP, go over to news right here. Wednesday 5-8. So this was news that came out last night, and this was a filing that came out. So the filing that came out talked about a 6K filing. Was there anything else? No, nothing I'm really seeing. So we did have a news last night, 6K filing. And I think other than that, it was just talking about, talking about their earnings report. Let me double check this over here. Let me make sure, again, there's nothing else, but I'm pretty sure they just had some sort of earnings report, some sort of updated data. So just a little heads up over on that. Let's see what we have. CPOP. Yeah. So they just had updated data type of deal. Nothing too wild, nothing too big, basically an earnings report talking about their operations over the last 6 months. So this is not a big press release in any sort of way. Did have a little press release last night, again, on the 8th, talk about this filing, but nothing really too big, nothing really too dramatic. What do I think CPOP is going to do? Most likely it's going to start off with a morning spike, form an upper shadow, and become a big short all the way back on down today. Any sort of news over on TAOP, right? TAOP, anything that came out with this play? This morning, we do have news right here. What was the news? Launches new enhanced AI-powered smart terminal. So obviously, guys, we know anything that has the word AI gets a lot of hype towards it. So we can open this full article right here. It says TAOP launches new enhanced AI-powered smart terminal. So the thing is, obviously, this stock is getting a little bit of a ripping and running just because it's mentioning AI. So TAOP, this is understandable on why the stock basically went on a straight up spike, starting to give a lot of its gains back. Most likely, same exact thing. Watch for a little bit of a spike, watch for it to give back all of its gains. It has the word AI, so it basically led to a quick little pop right off the rip. SEZL barely has any volume, and IVP, I think this one also had news last night. So if I take a look over on IVP here, let's see what we have. IVP Tuesday it had news talking about a reverse stock split. So Tuesday it had news talking about a reverse stock split here. But yeah, again, nothing too big today. Now, again, the good news is, just a little heads on up for a lot of you traders, is earnings season is finally coming down to an end. We have one big earnings left. And the one big earnings left that's going to be right around the corner is going to be NVDA. NVDA is not next week. It's the following Wednesday. It is on May 22nd. So Wednesday, May 22nd, oh man, oh man, oh man, things are going to get crazy. It is going to be wild. It is going to be absolutely nuts. So I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be coming on up here. And, I'm ready to rock and roll, ready to just dive right on in, ready for this day, ready for action, ready for activity, ready for this momentum. So traders, let's get all set, ready to go here. Whew. All right, guys, let's take a second. Let's get everyone on the same page. Let's get everyone on the same path. Let's get everyone on the same idea here, okay? So if you guys are just joining us right now and saying, I need some help, someone help me out right now. What am I supposed to be looking at? What am I supposed to be focusing on? Don't worry, I got you guys. I want everyone making money. It's not a competition between you and I who can make the most money. It's you and I together versus the market. We could all, literally there's enough money for every single person who's watching this right now to become a billionaire. That's how much money there is in the stock market. So the thing is, let's work together and let's crush it. So game plan we're gonna do. Everyone listen up right now. Number one, SPY. S&P 500 is the top 500 companies in the United States, okay? This is where we want to be trading our options. It gives us the best movement out of the top 500 companies. It's a basket of the best plays. Now, if you are a brand new trader, yes, look to do options over on the S&P 500. But I'm not a brand new trader. I like to do a little bit more of the crazy version of the SPY. A crazy version of the SPY is called SPX. SPX is basically the twin brother of the SPY, but it's just like the Rebel, okay? It drives a Harley. It runs through red lights. It plays hooky from high school. You know what I mean? It's like basically the SPY, you can make $200 doing options. SPX, you can make $2,000 doing options. SPY, you can lose $300. SPX, you can lose $3,000. So you can see it's a much more intense, wild version. So a lot of times when I'm trading, what I honestly like to do is I like to actually trade SPX, but look at trade SPX, but look at the SPY. So again, the S&P 500, I do think we're going to get a little morning pullback. We're going to get a little morning drop right here and fall probably down towards around 517. I'm thinking about doing SPX, today's contracts, call contracts, 5,185 on the strike price, 3 contracts, market order, and then go from there. So what are you looking for, Dek? Remember, I think we will get that break of 517.75 today, but I don't want to buy at the tippity top. I would much rather, again, wait for a pullback and maybe try to get filled down lower for a better entry that I just feel more confident in. So that's kind of more what I'm looking for. Maybe a little bit of lower entries, get filled down here near this trend line, get a nice little dip buy and bounce play, and then go from there. So I do think calls are right. I do think calls have a better opportunity to profit, but I would rather just wait for a pullback where I know I have a little better opportunity to make some money, okay? So let's get ready to rock. Everyone here, if you guys are watching over on TikTok and you guys are ready to make some money, double tap that live screen. Show me that you're here. Hit me with the Dekmar trades. Ahoo! Drop the word money in the comments. If you guys are over on YouTube, same exact thing. Let me know that you guys are enjoying the live stream. Hit that thumbs on up right now so I know that you guys are here rocking and rolling with me. And then on top of that, guys, hit the word money in the comments. Let me know that you guys are ready to absolutely bank. You guys are absolutely ready to crush it. And you guys are absolutely ready to make this money, baby. So let's go. Let's go today, traders. Let's get ready to have some fun. Let's get ready to dive right on in. Now the S&P 500, here we go. Red line, team. Red line touch, red line resistance, red line area right now at this moment. S&P 500, notice we hit the red line once, we fell on down. Hit the red line twice, we fell on down. Hit the red line 3 times, we fell on down. Hit the red line 4 times, fell on down. Hit the red line right now, starting to fall on down. Is there anyone right now at this moment saying, Dek, I'm going to look for a quick little pop and actually a reversal all the way back on down? Hey, Dek, I'm looking for a quick little pop and then I'm going to look for a drop back on down towards low 517s. You know, it's not wrong. Red line, red line, red line, red line, right? You know, let's go back even farther, as you guys know, right? You guys know red line, red line, red line. This red line has just been such strong resistance. It is not easy to break. It is not easy to get through. It's not easy to hold on up towards. So if you guys are saying, hey, Dek, I'm going on the red line resistance right here, top, 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 let's get ready to see this thing turn. Let's get ready to see this thing drop. Let's get ready to see again that possible, you know, reversal all the way back on down. So the S&P 500, we're already getting a little bit weaker. Put contracts, if you wanted to do put contracts right here, you definitely could as well. Basically saying, hey, Dek, I think there's going to be an opportunity that we're going to fade and fall, go underneath that VWAP, hit the red line once, hit the red line twice, and actually get a little bit of a drop underneath it. I wouldn't be opposed if anyone wants to do put contracts. There might be a little chance that we do get a little bit of a breakout, maybe a little bit of a break, and then again start fading. But if you wanted to do, again, a couple put contracts here, as long as it can stay underneath, you know, the S&P 500, you guys can be able to make a lot of cash. You guys can be able to make a lot of money. So if it can stay underneath that line, that's what it's all about. But that's again, you're right at the tippity top area right here. So you guys are all set, ready to go. Right now, S&P 500. S&P 500 team still having that little strong resistance area. We do have that 517.75. If you guys wanted to do a put contract right now, it would definitely be something like right here. So if you're looking for, again, that resistance off of that S&P 500, that would be your contract at that 517.75 mark if you do think we're going to be getting that drop right away. So basically, if you're looking for the early entry, it is puts at the red line resistance. As long as the S&P 500 stays under, what is it, 517? As long as it stays under 517.75, puts have control. Stop loss if it breaks a high of the day. So basically, guys, you know, this is, I want to even type out a little bit, you know, risky trade here, but this is a trade that a lot of people are going to take. So it's a more of a risky trade, but it's definitely a trade that traders are going to get themselves involved in. Traders are going to be looking for. Saying, all right, as long as that 417.75 mark holds on up, are we going to be able to hit and get that reversal, hit and get that drop, hit and get that fade? S&P 500 coming on up towards that high of the day right now. So the S&P 500 still coming on up towards that top red line. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. This would be the 4th touch over on the S&P 500, looking for this thing to be able to basically touch and fade. Are we going to get, you know, that sell-off underneath that VWAP? Can we get a couple red candles where it starts turning? Let me ask the chat rooms right now, over on YouTube, over on TikTok, over on Tradecaster, who here right now is on puts? Who here right now is on puts saying, guys, I'm on the put side, 517.75 with, again, you know, a stop loss at 517.90. Not a bad entry whatsoever. As long as you have a stop loss, you actually have a great play here. Because if this does turn and fall and dump, you have so much opportunity for it to fade, for it to be able to crack. So again, puts right here are in full control right now, team. If you crack underneath the VWAP, that's where things are going to start, you know, getting a little bit uglier. But notice what we have here, team. We have been able to discover this and see this and find this, and for you to feel confident because of looking at the past chart history pattern. Now remember, if we start breaking that high of the day, buyers are going to come swarming in. Okay? So if I'm not in on anything right now, I'm in on nothing at this moment. But I do want you guys to realize what we have at this time. Top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. Scroll on back, top resistance. Scroll on back, top resistance. Let's go back to a larger time frame. 15-minute time frame. Top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. This red line is not something that's like, ooh, Dek's just making up numbers. No, it literally is shown in the past so many times. 60-minute time frame. Let's go back to last month. Red resistance, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. We can clearly see how strong this is. Let's go all the way back. Look at this, guys. We're in February right now. February, strong resistance. So everyone can realize, like, I'm not just making up this number. The put contracts are great, and there is your drop. So there is your reversal. There's your moneymaker so far. So there's a nice little crack already on this day if you guys, again, are in on the put side. So we have been rejected multiple times right now. And this is how it basically happens. You know, you got to think about the game as a psychological game, okay? So, ladies, you probably can relate to this. Have you ever had a guy who really liked you before, who, again, asked you out on a date, and you said no? And then again, maybe took a few days off, maybe a week off, and then asked you out again on a date, and you said no. And then asked you out on again on a date, and then you said no. Eventually, that guy gives up, okay? So eventually, usually, the guy gives up and usually goes in the other direction, right? It's like, all right, I've asked this person out 3 times, I'm more just embarrassing myself. All right, so that's what you guys, that's basically the psychology behind it. It's rejection, let me try again. Rejection, let me try again. Rejection, let me try again. So that's, you know, that's something I want you guys to realize. It's all about a psychological game. Dek, is that what happened to you? No, no, that didn't happen to me. No. See, my fiance, I asked her out, and guess what? She said yes, and now I'm here. Good story, right? Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, that's it. That's all that happened. S&P 500 here, team. Watching to see if it's going to be able to hold itself on up. I said SPY still looking for that 517.50 mark. Right now, still waiting on this one, team. If you guys got great entries at 517.70, you know, maybe take some profits just right now. But as long as you stay underneath the VWAP, this is what I would do if you guys are on puts. I know a lot of you guys are on puts right now. If you have an entry up near around 517.70, if you have an entry at 517.60, if you have an entry at 517.50, keep on holding. You guys are good to go. If you want to, lock in 50% right now. And now move your stop loss down to right above the VWAP. Okay? So if I were you right now, I would keep holding on my play. But I would lock in about 50% just to guarantee you're going green. Then I would put your stop loss above the VWAP. If you get back above the VWAP, that shows strength. Okay? Don't hold on to this play. But if you, again, take some gains now and it keeps on falling, well, then you still got money to be made. So right now at this moment, everyone take 10% of your profits, 30% of your profits, 50% of your profits, and hold the rest. And as the S&P 500 falls, let's keep moving our stop loss even lower. So you guys are still good. Keep on holding if you want to. You can take all your gains if you want to, but I would say take 50%, lock in, guarantee that you're making yourself some money. And as we go lower and lower and lower, then we can lock in more and keep moving our stop loss down. So let's see if we crack. Next area to take money is going to be 517.10. Okay? So if you took 30%, take another 30% at 517.10. Sound good? So everyone should still be in on puts if you're in on puts right now. This red line, I'm going to keep this red line, guys, back up towards our strong resistance area just because I don't want to confuse anyone. So let's just keep our red line right here. And now, guys, take another profit. Take another profit. Take 40%. Take another 30% right now. You might get a little bounce here. Take another 30%. You should only have about 10% left. 10 to 20% left. New stop loss is if you get back above 517.20. Back above 517.20, 100% out. Take 10%. You should only have a little bit left on your trade. Next area where you're going to be locking it all on up. Lock in everything at 516.80. 516.80, take the rest of your gains. 516.80, take the rest of your profits if you guys are in. Okay? So great job for everyone over on their puts. Great job for everyone making money on the downside. 516.80 is the next area to take your gains, or I would say put your stop loss at 517.20. Make sure this stays underneath that 517.20 mark. So great work, everyone, so far. Still, again, dropping. That's been on this the put side. Big upper shadow, guys, starting to form right here. Let's see if, again, we can start getting a little bit more weaker. Congratulations, everyone, making some nice money. So nice work here, team. Let's see if, again, the S&P 500 can crack on down to 516.80 for you. That would be a great target. Dek, what about a dip buy? I know some people are saying, Dek, where's like the dip buy area? Where's the dip buy? Dip buy area is all the way back down to 516.75-ish. This, you guys can see this over on the 5-minute chart. So again, S&P 500, dip buy, call contracts, 5,180. Guys, starting to get a little bit weaker. Get ready to take your profits pretty soon on puts. So this would be, again, dip buy entry coming on up that we would definitely be looking for in the near future here. So dip buy coming on up. Get prepared. Get ready to rock and roll. And let's see, traders. We are getting awfully close to, again, these areas. So calls coming on down. Guys, here's a little bit of that drop right here. A little bit of that drop. Can we get a little bit of a bounce? Came on down to 516.73. I'm going to start with, again, 3 contracts. I'm going to start with 3 contracts at this purple line here in case we do get a bounce play. So I am just starting with 3 contracts in case we do get a bounce play off this area. Not going huge, but you guys can see at least what I'm looking for. Puts, you guys just absolutely crushed it. Puts, you guys just absolutely dominated there. That was amazing puts. So I am jumping in right now just to see if we are going to get any dip buy. I am on 3 contracts right here. Going to see if we get a bounce. Now, Dek, where would this bounce be coming from? Bounce off this purple line, bounce off this purple line, bounce off this purple line, bounce off what I'm expecting, this purple line right here. So I am, again, giving it a chance. It's not a massive entry, but I am doing call contracts by looking at the chart. We just got destroyed from 517.75 all the way on down towards, again, 516.70. Everyone on put contracts should be, again, out of their gains, or, again, I'm basically saying I would be 100% out in case we do get a big dip buy and bounce play back on up. This trade right here, I would like to see it back above the 517-ish mark and try to be able to make, a quick little, $200. So I would say, let's try to make a quick little $200. Guys, there's $200 right here. Take your gains. All right, I just made $150 with a little bit of a spread. So I just made $150 off that dip buy and bounce play if you guys did calls. So regardless so far, guys, if you did puts at the area that I told you, you made a lot of money. If you did calls at the area I told you, you guys would have made a lot of money. So the thing is, regardless, if you guys did calls, if you guys did puts so far, everyone should be in the green already. So regardless if we're on calls or if we're on puts, everyone should be in the money right now. So right now, great job, great work. So great job, great work. That's been beautiful. Just quick little gains. I knew I wasn't going to make that much, though. I knew I wasn't going to be able to make that much profit right here. And that's just because of, it wasn't that many contracts. Smaller contracts. So right now, team, we are, again, killing it here. Killing it here. Congrats again if you guys just made a quick little $1. Again, that was just a very, very quick little fast one. Quick little fast one, team. Wasn't too big. Remember, simple. All we're looking for is go to that 5-minute time frame. Is it confusing? Is anyone here confused saying, Dek, how did you know it was going to bounce there? How did you know, you should get in on there? How do you know you should be able to make this money right here? The thing is, team, all we did was bounce play here, bounce play here, bounce play here, and we just, again, made the assumption. I can never be 100% sure, but the thing is, I made the assumption. I placed the odds in my favor that we were going to see some sort of dip buy at this mark right now. So, that is absolutely great. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you guys a question? If you guys are over on YouTube right now we have over 500 people, and we have 100 likes. You mind if everyone, again, smashes that thumbs on up over on YouTube right now? I appreciate it. If you guys are making some money, hey, I don't ask for much. I just ask if you guys can smash that thumbs on up, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you never miss a free live stream, so you never miss a video ever. Hit that little notification bell. I'm not trying to ask for too much here, ladies and gentlemen. All I want you to do right now is print out flyers of my face with my YouTube, and I want you to hang them up around your neighborhood. Again, not asking too much. Maybe rent out a billboard, and again, get some guys with, again, those really painty things to put my face on up. That's it. That's all I want. And I appreciate everyone tuning in, everyone watching at this moment. If you guys are over on TikTok, go ahead. Double tap that screen. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys over on TikTok right here. I'm actually going to restart the TikTok right here. So TikTok's a little bit low on views right here, and usually if you just restart it, the algorithm usually re-kicks it on off. So if you guys want to rewatch on TikTok here in a second, I'm just going to be back in 3 seconds. I'm just going to kick things on off and kind of, you know, try to reboot the algorithm for us right now. All right, so give me 3 seconds. I'll just put TikTok right back on up. And we're back. So, traders, at this moment, we're getting ready to rock and roll for this. Pasta Boy, can we make some noise for the best mentor? Just made $232.15. Woo! Yeah! Good work. I love it. I love it. Shout out to you, Pasta Boy. So we've definitely had, again, some good momentum. We've had some good action so far. Right now, S&P 500 at this moment, team, wanting to see where this next possible climb. Probably going to give it like 5 minutes. I do think we're going to get a couple little drops back on down towards around this 517 mark. And then I do think we'll start working our way back on up. We're just trying to stay smart here. Just trying to stay smart. Deck, where's the hype music? Kind of scared to play some hype music right here because I have a strike at this moment on my YouTube account, so I don't want to be pushing the limits here. So maybe I could push the limits a little bit. I don't know. Ah! Ah! We got a big day. We got a big day ahead, traders. That's all I could say. We got a big day ahead. S&P 500. Got to be watching this one closely. Got to be looking for that next move. Got to be looking for that next rip and run here. Let's make sure we crush it, everyone. Let's make sure we absolutely crush it here. So S&P 500 looking for that next move. If you guys got a little bit of that bounce play so far, good job, good work. 10 o'clock coming on up here in the next 10 minutes here. So my goal, let me see here. Let me see here, team. My goal today, it depends. It really just depends here. I was thinking, you know, the New York Rangers, they play tonight in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was thinking if I made over $4,000 today, I would just get on a plane, fly down to Raleigh, and go to the Rangers game tonight. Be that guy wearing a Rangers jersey on the other place, right? I was thinking about it, but that's only if I make more than $4,000 today. More than $4,000. Let's make a deal. More than $4,000 on this day. I immediately leave, go to the airport, and I fly down to Raleigh on the day and grab myself some ice seats. Let's do it. That'll probably come out to $4,000 total for hotel, airfare, and sitting rinkside. $4,000, guys, target today. We get $4,000. I'm heading down to North Carolina. So that's my goal on the day. If we can make that happen, that would be something special. That would be something special. That would be something electric. That would be absolutely electric. All right, traders, let's get ourselves pumped on up, though. Let's get ourselves ready to go. Let's look for this next move. We still got a little bit of action. We still got a little bit of this momentum. Johnny says, Deck, you got to get ready to get into a 20 to 30K position. All right. Here we go. All right. See, the thing is, whenever I play like, you know, royal free music, I get music like this. Let's see how this sounds. Okay, I feel like I'm in the Matrix right now, to be honest. I feel like I should be wearing a long leather jacket and be doing flips on like upside down on the ceiling. All right, here we go. S&P 500 at this moment. Let's see where the S&P 500 is going to be taking us here next. Let's get ready to rock. SPY coming back on up towards around that VWAP. VWAP's going to be strong resistance. Deck, when's next entry time? Next entry time is going to be in 8 minutes. 8 minutes here. Ladies and gentlemen, TikTok again pumping back on up. Shout out to you guys over on TikTok. Woo! Shout out to Rad sending 156 roses. She's Louise, buddy. For anyone who does not know what that translates to over in TikTok, 156 roses translates into $10,000 donation. Shout out to you, Rad, for, again, the $10,000 donation. I appreciate you, buddy. No one checked. That's true. Again, just listen to me. You guys are fine. Right now, S&P 500 starting to squeeze its way back on up. SPY, guys, getting a little bit of a move towards the upside. I like how, again, you know, we're trying to build back on up towards around that top area. Looks like it's going to squeeze. Looks like it wants to squeeze. Looks like it wants to rip and run there. So SPY right now, team. SPY, we want to get the break. We know our money areas. Our money area, if we want to go back to that 5-minute time frame, it is basically top area is 517.80, and again back on down towards this area 516.80, 517.80, 516.80. Right now we're just in the middle. You don't really got to be doing too much going on right here in the middle. The middle area is usually the worst area. The middle area is where there's really like nada for us, nothing really good going on. We either want to get in on dip buys or we want to get in on top resistance. Spartan Trader, shout out to you, buddy. Thank you so much for the tweet right now, Spartan Trader. I just, I love the positivity, guys. So what we have right here is Spartan Trader says, I checked out Dekmar Trades on YouTube this morning. The fact that he is sharing his screen, calling out plays in real time, and explaining what he's seeing in the chart is amazing. Check him out if you're struggling or just want to trade with him and need some guidance. So again, Spartan Trader, thank you so much. Guys, something I always like to say is positivity is contagious. You spread a little bit of love in the air, and again, there's a lot of love flowing on up. There's always, again, so much people always bring news. Everywhere I go on Google, I see people, again, negative, this country, negative, this thing, negative. It's always nice to just have a little bit of positivity up there, right? So, thank you so much. Right now, SPY, we're staying alert, though. Waiting for this next possible move. Want to see, can we stay above that VWAP? Can we be able to get that pop? Can we be able to get this move towards the upside? If we can't stay above the VWAP, watch for it to double drop or double bottom back on down towards around 516.60. We got to give it a little bit of time. Yes, you can just buy in right here at this moment. I would rather, again, either look for puts at the very tippity top or look for the breakout at that tippity top. So it's like, where we've had so many touches of that top red resistance line. But the thing is, team, it sounds stupid. It sounds stupid looking for, again, the break of the red resistance line because it rarely happens. But when it does happen, it's usually pretty big. Remember, let's just go through it. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches of this red line. We haven't been able to break it. Now, let's take a look over here. 7 touches of the red line, and we haven't been able to break it. Let's go right here. 8 touches, 9 touches of the red line. Let's go back to a 15-minute time frame. Take a look right here, guys. That's the 9 touches. Here's 10, 11 touches, 12 touches, 13 touches. We can keep going on back, right, guys? So just like we went to our analogy before, let's imagine you ask out someone that you like, a girl, a guy, whoever, 12 times, and they said no. Well, what's the next thing? It's either you either say, hey, you know what, I'm going to keep asking and get a restraining order, or I walk away. Now, the thing is, team, if you're a guy or a girl or whoever you guys are, I'm not here to give any sort of advice in any sort of way. But I will tell you, in most cases, a restraining order is not the way to their heart. Now, maybe the really tough ones, like, hey, I'm playing really hard to get. Maybe a restraining order might be like, oh, he really does like me. I wanted to wait until I made some legalities, until I really, really knew that he wasn't, some sort of fuckboy. But the thing is, most cases, if they say no more than once, you probably want to go in the other direction. S&P 500, still again staying smart here. SPY staying smart, watching and waiting. All right, guys, I got to switch up the music a little bit right here. I honestly feel like I'm getting attacked by AI robots at this moment. Someone drop me a good non-copyright hype music. Give me something I can play that'll keep me up, moving, grooving, but at the same time, doesn't make me feel like, again, AI is trying to conquer human rights. So we'll just keep switching it up here for a little bit, waiting for that next move. Timothy, can you play Avicii? Is that copyright? I'm not answering your question. Can you play AC/DC? AC/DC, are they copyright? Oh, can you play? Okay. Guys, if it's a band that we've ever heard of, yes, it's copyright. If it's anything that we have ever heard on the radio and anything, then yes, it is copyright. All right, traders, let's just stay smart here. Looking for these next moves. We got S&P 500 trying to, slowly work itself on up. The S&P 500 slowly working itself on up right now. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll make my own music for, again, the live streams from now on. That's not a bad idea, guys. Maybe I'll make my own music for the live streams. That's not too solid. AI's been coming in hot, guys. Anyone see what I did yesterday? Did anyone see what I was able to do yesterday with new AI? Let's go ahead and check this on out. And shout out to, again, Daniel Molina. I told you guys I've been taking some Spanish lessons here. How does it sound? We have Tradecaster Espanol coming out live here very, very soon. You guys let me know, how does it sound? All you Spanish speaking natives. We good right here?
S&P 500 todo el camino hacia abajo, hacia 530 para empezar a conseguir nuestras compras, grandes caídas y jugadas de rebote. Pero probablemente haré una entrada en los 560 para dar el pistoletazo de salida. Chicos, todavía nos estamos debilitando aquí. Primera entrada en este momento, de nuevo, la posible compra de caída. Voy a buscar ser capaz de saltar en este momento de nuevo, dólar cost averaging. Ahora de nuevo, estoy buscando la compra de caída y buscando el rebote en un futuro próximo aquí. Acabo de esperar una caída de $2 después de un retroceso de $20 en los últimos 4 días. Ser capaz de esperar en este juego para un buen crack, para un buen desvanecimiento. Y ahora estoy buscando este rebote por encima de 5O1, 5O2, subir hacia alrededor de 5O3, tratando de conseguir nuestra primera compra. Ahora estamos volviendo al verde aquí. Ahora estamos en verde en esta operación. Vamos a ver.
Sí, See? Whew. How'd I sound, guys? How'd I sound? How'd I sound? I've been working on it. I've been working on it. Did I sound good? Do I sound pretty good? ¿Dónde está su biblioteca? ¿Dónde está su biblioteca? S&P 500 working its way back on up. Guys, SPY starting to move itself back on up at this moment. S&P 500 starting to get a little bit of hype. S&P 500 now starting to build. So guys, SPY, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. S&P 500 coming on up towards, again, that 517.70 mark. Could we start getting that little breakout and squeeze, or is this going to be another rejection? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where traders are saying to themselves, all right, it's back and dialed in, time to get after it, game time once again. How many people here are looking for the squeeze and breakout? We already know, though, right? We already know that so many people are going to be doing puts right now. So many people are going to be looking for puts. And I mean, I don't blame them. Top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. I can't give you a 100% answer of what's going to happen right here. The thing is, traders came on up 5 times, got rejected, came right back on up towards this area. So guys, I got you right here. Thank you again, TikTok. Right now, again, SPY, watching to see where this one's going to be heading towards. Again, a little bit of rejection. This one needs to squeeze and break out of that red line if it really wants to take on off. I want to do calls. I do want to do calls because if I'm going to make monster money today, it's going to be on the call side. But the issue is we have been rejected so much off that red resistance line. So I think I'm going to do the non-fun thing, which is going to be, let me wait for at least a little bit of a break and then let me jump in, right? Let me make, I don't want to jump in hoping it breaks. Let me wait for the break and then I'll jump in, right? So I just want a little bit more clarity. So guys, S&P 500 trying to get a little bit of that squeeze. S&P 500 right now trying to get a little bit of this momentum. So guys, SPY right now. Are we going to be able to work ourselves on up towards, again, that 517.80 mark? Can we be able to keep popping on up a little bit more? SPY looking for a little bit of this move towards the upside. SPY still again building. If you guys are in on calls, calls right now are looking for that move towards that rip and run. Calls are in control. I probably will look for maybe I probably am going to give us a little bit of time. I don't want to jump in and still be buying at the top. You guys know when I do calls, I like to do it at the dip buy. Now, if you guys got in at 516.80 and still holding, you guys are doing fantastic. My goal today is I want everyone in the green. I don't care if you guys make $200. I don't care if you guys make $1,000, if you guys make $5,000. Obviously, I want everyone making as much money as they possibly can. But the thing is, traders, if you guys aren't making, let's say, crazy amounts of money, as long as you're in the green, that's what I want. I want every single day you to show up and say, hey, I'm making money here with Dek. Right now, SPY still watching. SPY, little upper shadow here. Right now, it's above the red line, which is good. It needs to hold above the red line. Like back underneath 517.70, 517.75, that shows a lot of weakness. And most likely, it's going to consolidate on top of this red line for a little bit. It's probably going to consolidate on top of 517.75 for a little bit, slightly above it, slightly underneath it, maybe about 5 to 10 minutes before, again, we start getting another move. Now, there is no news, right now at 10 o'clock. There is no news that came on out. It's just, right now, momentum is starting to build. Buyers are trying to push on up. Things are looking strong. Definitely, calls are looking good here. Let's go back to this larger time frame. 30-minute time frame. You guys can see where we're at. 30-minute time frame. Traders are saying to themselves, come on. Push on up. Let's get back up to 519 plus. So it's like traders are definitely looking for that push and squeeze towards the upside. Traders are definitely looking to try to push this on up and keep on ripping here. Calls have this at the moment. So guys, calls do have this at this time. Calls are looking good. Guys, here comes a little bit more of that squeeze. There's that breakout area that we've been talking about. So breakout area that we've been talking about, breakout area that we've been, referring to, the red line, squeezing the red line, calls right now. Congratulations. Again, another great trade so far. Another great play for those that are in on it. So we want to keep our eyes peeled and staying locked and loaded here. Sean, why is IBM down? I really don't know. I don't follow like IBM too much. So I mean, if you just want to look it up real quick, I'm sure. Oh, or why is it just down in total? Bad earnings. Bad earnings came on out, 2 weeks ago. So it went from 183, dropped all the way down to 163 off of bad earnings. 200-day moving average, always a great dip buy opportunity though. Always a great opportunity to be able to get filled on a dip buy. Always a great opportunity to be able to get filled for, moves on up. So right now the S&P 500, big squeeze so far. S&P 500, nice move so far. S&P 500 calls clearly have control. Next dip buy opportunity would honestly be back on down to the red line, and that would be we would be looking for support. So let's take a look at this, guys. If you scroll on back, right? Let's go back to a little bit of a different time frame. 5-minute time frame here. Notice underneath the red line, underneath. But let's scroll on back to when we were above it. When we were above it, take a look what happened. We got above it, we bounced off of it. We were above it, we bounced off of it. We were above it, we bounced off of it. And that's where we moved to the upside. So the thing is, the next entry is basically what I'm seeing at this moment is I think we have something like this. What I'm seeing at this moment is I think we have the spike on up, and then we're starting to fall and we'll get a bounce off of it. And we'll move on up and then maybe fall and bounce off it and then get that spike back on up. So really what am I waiting for is I'm waiting for old resistance to now turn into our new support line. Also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you guys are prepared. Make sure that you guys are ready. Make sure that you guys are all set. Money Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Money Monday. We are again diving into it. The shorting strategies, the shorting lessons, May 13th. Now I'm going to drop a few things for you guys right now so that you guys are all set, ready to go, so that every single trader is all ready to rock. One of the biggest and most important questions that traders have been asking, saying, Dek, what broker are you going to use to short? Like, how can I short? How can I bet against companies like you guys are? So this is what I'm using right here. I am going to be using Lightspeed, okay? Now I'm using Lightspeed, but again, if you guys want to, and I highly suggest that you guys do, make sure you guys go open up an account with them right now, because it is going to take probably a day or two for everything to be able to be all set up. So let me actually get that for you. So it's going to take a day or two to get everything set on up, and also this right here gives you guys monster discounts. So make sure that you guys are all set. So if you guys use this, because I told Lightspeed I'm going to be doing a shorting thing coming on up, you can open an account with at least 2K. So I know this says 5K, just a little heads on up. You can do 2,000. So again, open an account with at least 5K, and you'll get all these discounts. But you can actually do 2K. So you'll be able to get 3 free months of Lightspeed, and also it only costs 30 cents per contract. And since we're doing shorting, guys, it costs less than a penny to get involved in shares. So again, per share, less than a penny. Isn't that insane? So again, if you are going to be shorting with me, if you guys are going to be all set, ready to go, I told Lightspeed that I'm going to be setting this on up. So they gave me these links. They gave me this discount. Make sure you guys do it. Remember, guys, this is so big. These next 30 days that I'm going to teach you everything I know about shorting. These next 30 days that I go into the most profitable trading strategy I know. The next 30 days where I teach you how I was able to make over $500,000 on a year, $552,000 in a year. I don't want you saying, oh, Dek, well, I have this broker. Oh, I have this. Be willing to change. Unless you are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, you have no position, no right to say, oh, well, I want to use this. I want to use this. That's not the point of these next 30 days. The point of these next 30 days is for me to tell you exactly how I was able to make over $500,000. And of course, for you to be like clay, for you to be molded, for you to listen, for you to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to take in, I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not going to say, oh, what about this? Or what about this? What about this? I am going to give you the answers. I'm giving you the answers. Simple as that, as clear as that. This is who I use. These guys have the majority of shares on these shorts. This is who I want you guys using as well. Dek, can I use TD Ameritrade? TD Ameritrade stinks for, again, shorting. Dek, can I use E-Trade? E-Trade stinks for shorting. Can I use Robinhood? Robinhood stinks for shorting. If you have one of these brokers, Charles Schwab stinks for broking. Interactive Brokers, usually not that good for, again, shorting. So the thing is, make sure you guys are taking advantage and saying, all right, hey, let me use the same broker Dek's using. And if you're using the same broker I'm using, we'll be in all the same place. We'll have all the same fees. We'll have all the same profits. So that's why it's so important and so crucial that you guys are all set. So make sure you guys check it on out. And just post that. That'll take 2 days for you guys to set up your accounts, though. So it'll take 2 days for you guys to set up your accounts. So make sure you guys go do that right now if you guys haven't. S&P 500. S&P 500. Yep, Lightspeed has margin, leverage, 4-to-1 leverage. You can make a lot of money with them. So right now, S&P 500 traders. Let's see, again, how much higher this thing is going to be going after. S&P 500 still moving itself on up. So S&P 500 still doing absolutely great, absolutely awesome, absolutely flying off the shelves here. So guys, S&P 500 calls are taking over. So calls are taking over so far. And things have been beautiful. Team, take a look at my game plan from this morning. Game plan from this morning. As you guys know, this is the game plan from today. Game plan. 517.50 resistant, a 517.75 is where our puts are. 515.20 meaning a support. Break of 517.75, that's where the breakout happens. Let's just line this up and let's take a look. Whoops, look at that, guys. Pretty perfect. And this is just by studying, by understanding what to look for, by understanding what's on top. So let me just, type this on out. Again, this upcoming Monday, I am shorting everything. So we are all set, ready to rock and roll, ready to go here. I'll even do a little, let's do a little competition right here, team. Let's do a little competition right here at this moment. I'm going to put this over on my Twitter. It says, this upcoming Monday, I'm shorting everything. If you want the same broker, the same fees, the same shorts, use my broker, Lightspeed. If you guys go retweet that, I will pick one person who, again, I will cover all their trading fees for the first 30 days. So that means, again, you won't have to pay for one thing your first 30 days. So I'll pick one person who retweets that tweet. And again, I'll go over towards it, pick someone, and I'll cover all your trading fees. So if you guys, again, haven't, go over, retweet that, give you guys a little incentive. I'll cover all your trading fees. So again, head on over to my Twitter right now. And you guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll. Right now, SPY starting to come back on down here. Guys, a little bit of a pullback right now. Had the big upper shadow. Traders, big upper shadow. Back underneath 517.75 does show weakness. Back underneath 517.75 shows a lot of weakness because we're going back underneath the red line. Basically, what just happened in our analogy, the woman that we asked, or man that we asked out, said yes. We went on a first date and it did not go well. That's basically, again, sticking with that analogy, what we were focusing on. On Lightspeed, I use Lightspeed Pro. So I use Lightspeed Pro. That's what I use as my my broker. So that's what you guys are seeing right here. So that's what you guys are seeing right here. This is Lightspeed Pro. Giving you guys all of this stuff, giving you guys all of this information. And then you guys have the charts. So no, I don't own Lightspeed. I wish I owned Lightspeed. I wish I owned a ginormous broker. But the thing is, no, I do not. They are just the best people that, you know, that I work with. So best ones I know. S&P 500 traders getting a little bit choppy here. A little bit choppy. I know I have not pulled the trigger. Basically, again, we've had two awesome alerts. The initial put contract, the initial dip buy, and then if you did get a little breakout right there, that was very solid. But, you know, I haven't really done anything in the last 20 minutes here. So I haven't done anything in the last 20 minutes. We are up in a little bit of gains. Cash, what broker aside from Lightspeed for Canada? If you're in Canada, guys, well, let's ask the chat room. Chat room traders, if you guys are in Canada, where do you guys like to do your shorts? Does anyone have any kind of go-to? Oh yeah, I like Canada. I do it here. Right now, S&P 500 still having a little bit of trouble here. Now again, guys, I do not work for Lightspeed, so I can't like just help you with like, hey Dek, how do I find my broker this and this and this? They have live support. They will help you out. Okay, so just a heads on up. They will have a blue circle in the bottom left-hand corner, just like we do here on Tradecaster, and they will definitely help you out. Right now, traders all set, ready to go. Got a huge day ahead. We just want to be able to get ready to make this money. We want to get all set, ready to make this cash. We want to be able to get after it and make this profit. That's what I want. So SPY Active Trader, always again dropping some great knowledge for us. Thank you so much, Active Trader. Let me again put everything back to the way I want to. SPX. SPX, guys. SPX underneath the red line. Underneath the red line is not good. 5,190. 3 contracts. Market. Possible entry here soon if we start dropping back on down. We try to get that initial spike. We tried to get that initial breakout. We have not been able to get that, you know, nice big move just yet. I definitely want to be able to see if we are going to hold above this red line or if we are going to start fading. So the S&P 500 underneath the red line, we know it's not fun. We know it's not good. We know that's not where we want to be.
Did you make that up? I don't think I've ever heard it.
Yeah, I just made it up.
That's great.
What was it again?
Something about tonight, but it felt like,
Well, I can't remember the tone. Maybe you can remind me.
So traders, right now we are just watching.
like that.
A little bit weaker though. A little bit weaker. A little bit, you know, of consolidation underneath that red line. Puts are in control. It's a very simple, very easy for us to kind of understand. So SPY, anything underneath the red line, puts are in control. Anything above the red line, buyers are in control. But we know, and again, I know I sound like a broken record, guys, but how many times have we been rejected off this area? How many times have we been rejected off that red line? So many times. So many times, guys. It's almost starting to get disgusting. SPY, definitely getting weaker right now. SPY looks like it's starting to turn. SPY looks like it's having some trouble. Back underneath that 517.75-ish mark. Starting to just fade its way back on down. 5-minute time frame. Traders, I mean, it's just a little consolidation. It's just consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. You know, but it is a slow little fade as long as you're underneath that red line. As long as you're underneath that red line, you are again fading. I do think we are going to get a couple pops though coming on up. It's going to basically hit the VWAP, bounce back up to the red line, hit the VWAP, bounce back up to 518, hit the red line. It's going to be a little tricky. I do think we are going to get a big squeeze today. I think we're going to get a big squeeze or a big dump. I think we're going to get a monster move today. It's just we got to be patient for it. Is everyone okay with that? Is everyone okay if we, again, just stay patient? You guys probably already made money this morning from either the put contract or, again, the dip buy. Regardless, we should all be in the green, and we should all just stay patient for that next possible move. Trust me. Guys, am I the type of trader that's just going to throw you guys into bad trades? No. Am I the type of trader that's just going to say, hey, everyone, let's just trade with our eyes closed and hope for the best? No. You guys know when I alert something, it's because I am going to make you guys money. You guys know when I'm going to trade, it's going to be because I want to make sure that you guys are coming out on top. Right now, traders, staying alert, staying smart, no forcing. Spy right now, team. Little bit of a pop, little bit of a move on up. Guys, and there's that little pop again. So a little pop right back on up. Little pop right back on up. I do want to go with calls today. I'll say that right now. Calls, I like it more. I like calls more. I like buyers more. I like the hype towards the upside. I like that all more. Just kind of catching on up, making sure that we're all good. Yep, yeah, Lightspeed has all the easy to borrow. You know, it'll be, they are, excuse me, the broker that I use to get all my shorts. So whenever, again, you try to short a play and it says shares are not available, Lightspeed has it on nearly every single one. And again, if you use that link I posted, you'll basically be getting Lightspeed for free. So if you guys did not set up an account with them yet, or if you guys are about to, make sure, again, you guys use that so you guys basically get it all for free. Little heads on up, S&P 500 working itself back on up, back above this, red line here. So we are back above this red line. We are still trying to build. We are still, again, staying patient. Guys, now the thing is, this is where I would fall into, like, my old territory. When I was a brand new trader, guess what I would do? You guys already know this. Underneath the red line, I would do a put contract. Then I would say, man, oh man, this stinks. It just popped itself back on up. Okay, well, let me flip to the other side. Let me do a calls right now. And I jump in on calls right now and I say, man, oh man, what the heck? It just dropped back on down to 517.85. We are going to, and I'm letting you guys know right now, I believe that we are basically going to form a little bit of a new channel here. And we're basically going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with a breakout later on. So if I'm wrong here, hey, fine. Let this squeeze and spike. Hopefully we can squeeze and spike. Is this going to squeeze and spike here? Calls still looking good. Calls still in control right now. Come on. If it gets that upper shadow, it's going to drop right back on down. We don't want that upper shadow, almost like a head and shoulders pattern. So traders, that would be my fear right now. Yesterday, we had a perfect head and shoulders pattern, led to a big sell-off. Does anyone remember me posting that? I posted on Twitter, StockTwits, Instagram, all that good stuff. But if you guys take a look right here, let me, this is what I posted. Got a lot of love too. So I posted this picture here. And you guys can see shoulder, head, shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So this picture basically shows us, I'll get out of the way, you can see. So you can see how you have your shoulder, you have your head, you have your shoulder, you have your left shoulder, you have your head, you have your other shoulder. So that's almost like something similar going on right now where you have shoulder, you have head, and then you are trying to get this other shoulder here, which could start turning and falling. So just be aware of that you do have that little shoulder right now. Right now, S&P 500. Trying to get ourselves all set up here. S&P 500. Can we get that breakout of that shoulder? If we start turning, the head and shoulders pattern is going to bring it back down towards around like 517.50. We haven't really missed any play here. We've had, again, little pops and little drops, but we're talking about like the $1.50 move, like the $3 move on the day. I'm ready to go. I want to trade big, guys. I want to trade big. I want to get after it. I want to get a little nasty. I want to get a little disgusting in here. I want to get dirty, greasy. Grease me on up. Someone bring out the Vaseline. I'm ready to get after it here today. That's what I want here, traders. S&P 500. Let's get ready to squeeze. 1025. Let's get ready to rock, baby. 518.20. S&P 500 head and shoulders pattern. So again, we're staying smart. We're not going to be the trader that's just jumping in on this, jumping on that, jumping on this, jumping on that, jumping on this. And we want to wait for a little bit of that better move. Right now, SPY still again just getting ready to go. Possible next leg coming on up here. Again, very risky. It's a little risky buying at the top right there, but it's definitely so close. So it's so close. It wants to get that squeeze. High of the day is 518.39. It is very close to getting that squeeze, getting that next leg. That head and shoulders pattern is still making me a little bit nervous. So the SPY right now, team, staying alert, staying ready on it. Come on here. Come on now, SPY. We want to wait for predictability. Remember, we're not here to gamble. We want to be the house. Be the house, make the money. There's the head and shoulders pattern as we're talking about. So head and shoulders pattern starting to play an effect at this moment. Could crack back underneath that 518 mark. And remember, it's all about having that eye, understanding what you're looking for, understanding how other traders are perceiving these plays, understanding again, how other people are thinking. So the S&P 500 still again getting ready to go. If we do start squeezing, I would jump in on calls. 5,000, what do we have? 5,100 and 5,200, probably just go slightly out of the money. Go with 3 contracts to start and try to build on up from there. Do 3 contracts to start and just keep going higher and more and more and more and more. So we are all set at this moment. S&P 500 looking for the squeeze. S&P 500 looking to see if we get that move on up. SPY still trying to build up, guys. We're going to get that next trade as I talked about. Man, looking around, staying smart, guys. Stay smart with me here. I know, again, people are hitting that a little slow right now. We're about an hour and a half in. We want to make sure that we're staying smart. We want to make sure that we're staying alert. So the S&P 500. Let's make sure that we're all ready to rock here. Top resistance at this point. Back on up towards that 518.30 mark. Still has that little head and shoulders pattern as we talked about. Head and shoulders pattern, shoulder, head. A little bit of an ugly shoulder. But if this thing starts popping, we could squeeze. I would love to get after it. Love to be able to make that money. RIVN. Someone saying Rivian is starting to dump. Nothing I see right there. He ready. So he ready. Rivian. Nothing. No big dump I'm seeing at this moment. Right now, SPY, guys. SPY starting to fall a little bit more here. SPY con fall. Guys, we're waiting for it. My goal is, I know probably a lot of you guys are up in the green already, but the thing is, I want you guys making more. I want you guys making more money. So let's just stay prepared on it. We got to stay patient a little bit. And we are, near these highs. We're trying to squeeze ourselves on up. We're looking for this pop. We're looking for this momentum towards the upside. This is the order that I'd be looking for. May 9th, 5,200 on the call side. Seeing if we can squeeze and start breaking on out. Right now we're looking for this break. Looking for this move. Starting to build up a little bit better. I like how we are starting to build. Trying to break out of the shoulder. See how I was trying to like break out of that shoulder a bit? Can we be able to squeeze on up? Exciting time right here coming up towards around that high of the day. Looking to see, can we break out of that shoulder and start squeezing? Guys, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance to squeeze here. Going to give it a chance to squeeze here. And on calls. Going to see, can we actually get that break? Can we hit a new high of the day? Can we go up towards like 518.75? Because we had the head and shoulders pattern and we just broke the head and shoulders pattern. So we had shoulder, head, shoulder, and we just broke that shoulder. So that's giving me a sense of, confidence that we had a bearish pattern and we just snapped the bearish pattern. Does that mean there's enough buyers right now to actually start pushing this play on up? Well, time will tell, but that's basically why I'm jumping in. We had a bearish pattern, which was head and shoulders. And then again, breaking that head and shoulders pattern led to me thinking, okay, we broke that bearish head and shoulders pattern. Let's see if buyers can now move on in. So we're up $135. I'm going to take profits, guys, above 518.50. Above 518.50, I'm going to take my gains. Okay? So we're up $150 again. $150. We're at 418.44. We're up $180. Up $180 right now. Having a little bit of resistance at 518.47. Oh, I'm thinking about maybe just taking gains right here, guys. Here we go. Guys, got it. Boom. 120 bucks right there. Just, again, staying small right here until we kind of get a bigger breakout. So I'm going to just take my gains when I have them. 120, 150 right there. We're up $270 at this point. Again, it's so small gains, just little tiny profits right now. And I really want to hammer down on a big trade. But the thing is, we just haven't gotten like that huge squeeze just yet. But, it is something. We are slowly building. So we're slowly building. We're on the right track. I know I'm not, going too big at this moment. It's going to take forever to get to $4,000 to go to the Rangers game later. But it's still the right idea. It's still the right, right mindset. Let's watch for a little pullback, get ready for some entries again, and start going on up. So we've had 2 trades today with success, taking profits. Again, 518.50 is always a strong resistance line. 50 mark. But we're just kind of staying ready. Staying ready, of course. Staying ready at this time. Small little trades here and there. Let them build on up right now. Right now, basically, I'm saying... Right now, traders, we are just taking profits when we have them. Nostalgic Gratitude over on TikTok just said, Dek, how do I buy a lifetime membership? You are the best trader I know. Nostalgic Gratitude, thank you so much. Hit me on up, but I appreciate Dek. You are one of the best looking guys I've ever seen as well. Thank you, Nostalgic. I appreciate you. Hey, so many compliments coming flowing on through. Love you guys. I appreciate everyone here. Appreciate everyone what you guys are doing. Right now, SPY trying to build a little bit more. Nice work. Minimum wage, 69, just made $500. Said, Dek, that was the easiest $500 I ever made. Woo! Shout out to you. Whale, I don't agree on the good looking part, but I do. Whoa. Sheesh, man. Whoa. Hey, I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get at least. S&P 500 right now. S&P 500 at this moment. We got a little bit of a pop. I do think we're going to get one more squeeze and pop, and then we're going to get another pullback. That's kind of what I'm thinking at this moment, guys. Another squeeze and pop, and then another pullback. So do I think a pop's coming? I do. I do think we are going to see a new high. So SPX, SPY, guys, here comes the SPY. I would say get ready for another pop. Another pop right around the corner. Another pop working itself on up. I would say, again, 518.50 starts breaking on down. We could definitely see that pop. We could definitely see that move. We could start seeing some momentum. Probably up towards around 518.75. 518.75 would be the target. 518.75 goal. Another 25 cents. Make another, $150 to $200. So no entry for me yet. I'll tell you guys when I'm jumping in. I don't really like buying at the high of the day. We bought in before because we broke the head and shoulders pattern. Right now, this is looking pretty solid though still. It's looking pretty solid still. Looking for that move. Looking for that squeeze. Buyers definitely have control of this one. Buyers have control, guys. Here comes a little bit of that move on up. Here comes that little bit of that move on up. A little bit of that climb, baby. 518.75. That's the target if you guys are in on this thing. Target 518.75 if you guys are in on this play. Slow and steady grinder, baby. Let's go back to a larger time frame. Where is there some strong resistance? Strong resistance. Old spiking high. Old spiking high right here at that 518.75 mark. What did we get up to? 518.66. Let me actually go back into a larger time frame. Let me go back into a 60-minute time frame. 60-minute time frame has the next high up towards around 520 if we keep on spiking. So the thing is, I would say our next main resistance line is up towards around like 518.80, and then after that, guys, if we can keep on going, we can go all the way up to 520. So the S&P 500 still, again, buyers have this. Calls, you guys are still good right now. I still give this to calls. I still think buyers have it. And then again, puts would be on the, another little pop. So watch for a pullback, and then I think buyers still have this one, team. Here's the uptrend. Little uptrend right now. Little uptrend, give you some confidence for buyers. Little uptrend for confidence for buyers right there. Whale says, Dek, I'm joining you every day from overseas and making an absolute killing. Woo! I love it. So hyped. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, I don't want that right here. Right now, team, let's see if this thing can keep on going. I think, calls have this for a little bit. Calls have this for a little bit right now, team. Here's a little bit of a pop. Let the calls take on over here, traders. Guys, here's again the calls. Calls doing well. Calls going for the squeeze. Calls got a nice rip here. Buyers are still in control. I still give this one to calls. I still give this one to buyers right now, guys. I'm not looking for anything short yet. I don't want to look for anything short. I think calls still have this. If you guys are looking for it, calls have control here. I like how funky we're getting in here. Hey! Hey! Guys, buyers in full control right now. Buyers still looking great. Dek, what's next trade? Next trade for me, I'm just going to be honest with you. It's going to be a put contract for another like $200. I'm going to scalp out like another $200 put contract, okay? So I'm going to go puts right here. I'm going to go 5,000, put myself slightly in the money. 5,200, same day contract. 3 contracts, market order. And then what's the high of the day? A new high of the day. Next new high. Let's like a 519.20, whatever. That next new high, I'm going to do put contracts. So like a 519.25, 519.30. When it hits a new high and starts coming back on down, that's when I'm looking to be able to get involved over on this play on a put contract. So I would like to see a quick little spike back on up if we can. Get involved on another little put contract. and then go from there. So I'm going to look for another just like 300 bucks here. So let me see if I can get a quick little pop, and then again, get a nice little put contract back on down. Not going to be one I'm holding super long, but I would like to see a new high, get in on puts, drop underneath 519, take another $300. So 519 here. Looking to see if we get a little bit of a pop back on up. That upper shadow is still holding up pretty strong though. That upper shadow holding up pretty strong at this moment. Some people getting involved right now at this moment over on some of these puts. I would like to see it, get a little bit of a climb on up here though. Give us that little pop on up. Give us that little move on up towards the 519.20s, 519.30s. And then we'll get that sell off. So calls, I still think you got one more new high of the day in you right now. And I think, you'll break out later on today as well. I'm just looking for quick little scalps. Looking for a pop on up, drop back underneath 519, be able to make a couple quick dollars. So this is going to be another quick little scalp play. Kind of what I feel like I've been doing throughout today. Scalping out options. Come on, let's hit that high. Let's get up towards the new high if we can. 519.03, 519.06. A little bit of a pop. Closer, closer. Come on now. Come on now. Want to see this one go on up a little bit more. 519.10. We're having some trouble right around 519.10. Having a little bit of trouble right around that 519.10 mark, team. Buyers still have it. Would love to see a little bit of a squeeze towards the upside. Buyers still have this. And again, I'm just looking for a quick little scalp. Yeah, I see something as well, like a nice pullback back down towards like 518, 70. I could imagine a quick little pullback after just like one more new high. No, it's already starting to turn a little bit. Wait for it, team. Wait for it. Buyers are still doing fantastic. We got up towards what, 519.10. This is kind of the pullback that I wanted, guys. This little pullback right here is kind of the idea of what I wanted. This little pullback right here is kind of like my focus of what I wanted. I kind of don't want to even chase this. Is there a possibility it goes all the way back down towards around 518.50? Yeah, it's like this. I would honestly even say if it comes back on down though to like 518.60, reverse this and go for calls. It's like, right now the S&P 500, we just had a nice move on up. It's basically going to form, I think, a new little channel. I think a new little channel is going to be forming here in the near future. So far, 2 trades on the day. Both green. Nothing ginormous, but both green, which is always nice. A little bit of that climb. Remember, the goal would be big upper shadow, reversal. So my goal is still looking for puts after a new high of the day. I'm just telling you guys, that's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for a spike and then puts at a new high of the day. Okay? So I'm not in on calls right now. I'm not in on puts right now. I am looking for a new high of the day, basically form a big long upper shadow, and then I want to do a reversal back down to the purple line. I'm just giving you my clear-cut game plan right now so there's no confusion. Tin up 1,800 on calls. Thanks, Dek, for the game plan. Man, I love it, guys. All I want to do is just see you guys make this money. Let's go. Let's go. The amount of people making great cash today, the amount of people making some huge money today. Let's go. Ruben, do you only trade the SPY? No. Again, I don't only just trade the SPY. I like to trade SPX. I like to trade NVDA. I like to trade SMCI. I like to trade Tesla. So it's like there's other options. But the thing is, as you guys know, this is my last 2 days of options. And then I'm going back to, again, the strategy that's made me the most amount of money. this Monday coming on up on Tradecaster. I am teaching everyone who wants to learn, anyone who wants to learn, I'm teaching you my go-to strategy, how to make the most amount of money 30 days straight, and just again, hopefully turning you guys into pros. Hopefully just turning you guys into absolute pros. Monday is the sign up for it. So Monday is the sign up. Get ready to rock and roll. But I'm sure everyone's been, already knows about that. If you guys are on the email list, you guys know about it. If you guys are on my Twitter, you know about it. On my stock twits, you know about it. If you guys are on Facebook, you know about it. If you guys are on Instagram, you know about it. So the thing is, make sure you guys follow me on my social medias so that you guys will be all set, ready to rock. Now S&P 500 still again staying smart here, watching and waiting. S&P 500, watch for a little bit of a crack back on down towards around 518.50 and then a possible little dip buy. If you guys are on puts right now, puts are paying. So you actually might want to even reverse this really quickly. Call contracts, 518.50, dip buy. That'd be right at 5,200. 5,200, put yourself right at the money. If you hit this blue line and hit the purple line, you should have two very strong lines of support. So you should have two very strong lines of support if you have that dip buy and that purple line. So that'd be market order, 3 contracts, dip buy and purple line, 518.55, 518 low 60s. Also, a little heads on up, if you would like to sign up on Monday, here is our email list. All you guys have to do is just add your email and you'll be all set. So all Tradecaster members, you guys should already be on the email list. But just a little heads up, if you're not receiving your emails, make sure, again, you guys have this all set, ready to go. Traders, next play. Again, I'm just looking for a quick little scalps. Gonna look for a dip buy at this point, back on down towards around the 518.50 mark. Dip buy 518.50, back up to 518.70. Get in, get out, make another 200 bucks. So it's like right now, team, I'm just getting in, getting out, looking to make 200 bucks. Nothing crazy right now. I'm happy we have 2 trades. I'm happy again, it's 11 o'clock and we've been able to see this market, move pretty well. Watch for a quick little pullback and just be ready for it. A little bit of a fade here. Notice how it's following this uptrend very well. Uptrend is, doing perfect at this moment. Uptrend doing perfect at this moment. Uptrend again doing very solid. Unfortunately, guys, I can't copy and paste anything over on TikTok. It doesn't allow me. So just go over to my Twitter right now. Go over to the YouTube live stream right now. I posted all the links over there. Right now, S&P 500 getting tighter inside this little wedge here. Guys, switching back over to put contracts, back to the old plan. Remember, switching back over to the put contracts, back to the old plan if this thing gets tighter and tighter and tighter inside of its wedge. Remember, inside of its wedge, we will definitely be able to see some sort of action. A break towards the upside, buyers might move in. And again, crack to the downside, put traders would move on in. We are getting tighter inside this wedge, and tighter inside this wedge is where we are going to be making the majority of this move. So guys, let's again stay smart here. Stay smart, no forcing at this time. Watching and waiting for this next possible rip. Watching and waiting for this next possible climb here. SPY tighter and tighter and tighter here. So let's watch if the SPY is going to get tight. Let's see if the SPY is going to squeeze. Let's see if the SPY is going to, you know, make that possible big jump or big dump. I still would love to see a spike up towards like 519.40 and then get a big reversal back on down. I would still love to see a nice big rip and then go from there. The S&P 500 at this time, team, you know, you can see this purple line. If this purple line cracks, we are starting to head to the bearish side. I'm going to show you guys some examples in case anyone doesn't know what the heck I'm even talking about at this point. I'm going to give you guys some examples. So you guys have two things that could happen. Two things could happen in the next probably 20 minutes. Option number one would be this. Option number one is we do have a beautiful squeeze setup, and then it gets to the corner of the triangle, and it pops and rips and runs. All right? This is option number one that could definitely happen in the near future. Okay? So keep that on watch. Stay ready for that. Option number two is that it tries to set itself up in that squeeze, right? And it cracks the trend line, though, and starts falling apart. So option two is we have the wedge. It tries to set itself on up, and then guess what happens, guys? It ends up falling apart. So we basically have like both these opportunities here, and the S&P 500 is setting itself up right now. So here comes the wedge pattern over on the SPY. Get ready for some fireworks in the next probably 10 minutes. So I'm just going to post that for you guys. SPY in a wedge. Get ready for some action. SPY. Get a little bit tighter. All right, team, here we go. S&P 500 getting ready for that possible squeeze in the near future here. S&P 500 gearing up. Gearing up. Watch for a pop. No, regardless, I think we are going to be seeing a high of the day. Regardless, I think we're going to see a nice move here. Regardless if it's going to hold or not, I do think, again, we're going to be getting a nice little rip and run. I'm still interested on puts, though. I'm still interested on puts. If this one can get a quick little pop and then reverse back on down. We just got up to 519.19 so far. 519.19. Back on down underneath this area. So we basically just spiked on up to 519.19. Little bit of a pullback. Can we be able to squeeze that? I want to see a little pop up towards like 519.40. And then again, you know, look for a little bit of a put. You know, basically a quick spike on up. Really quick spike on up. Pull the trigger on a put. If it keeps going up, get out right away. Remember, these are quick plays. You get in on it. Get out of it. Get in on it, get out of it. Get in on it, get out of it. Now we got one touch right here, second touch right here. S&P 500 trying to build inside this little wedge. Trying to build inside this little wedge, see if this thing's going to be able to get that rip and run. We're only 3 cents away from a brand new record high. Still testing those tops, though. Testing those tops. ATH all-time highs. ATH is an acronym for all-time highs. Team SPY getting very close inside this wedge. Remember, the smartest thing to do on a wedge is just wait to see which way it breaks. Breaks to the upside. Buyers, again, are going to have control of it. Breaks to the upside, then falls back on down. Shorters have control of it. Breaks to the upside and holds its gains. Buyers have control of it. Cracks on down towards the downside. Puts have control of it. Cracks on down to the downside, then moves its way back above the trend line. Buyers have control of it. So we have a lot going on here. Here comes a little bit of that squeeze, a little bit of that move on up right here. So Guys, S&P 500 right now at this moment, S&P 500 still slow and steady, still holding its gains. Puts, calls are in control. No entry for myself. The moment I enter, you will see my entry here. Right now, it's still holding this red line. If it goes back underneath, back underneath 519.20, definitely shows weakness. Back underneath 519.20 definitely shows a little bit of weakness here, team. Guys, I'm actually going to give it a chance. I'm going, oh, one contract? I didn't want to do just one contract. One contract's a little bit weaker than what I wanted. So I'm actually going to add on to this a little bit. So I actually have 4 contracts. It broke the red line, fell back underneath the red line. So I have 4 contracts at this time on the put side. And I want to see if it cracks the purple line next. Crack the purple line next underneath 519. That's where I get paid. Underneath 519 is where I make big money. Now the thing is, team, I'm only looking for $200, $300 out of these plays. I'm only doing scalps. So guys, I'm up 160. Let's see if I can get like 220 or something. 180. Can I get a 519 crack? Give me a 519 crack and give me like 220. We're up 100, 120, 140, 160, 140. Right now, 519 is holding up as strong support. 519 is a strong support level right now. I want to see this thing crack and sell off, guys. We're up 200 now. 120. Here we go. Let's get a dump. Let's get a dump. Let's get a sell off. Guys, 240, 260. 240, 260, taking my gains right now. So another $200 right now, team. Another 200, making, right now we're at $500 on the day. Okay, so we're at $500 on the day right now. And remember, all I'm doing is little scalps. Can everyone understand why I did the play that I just did? Dek, you knew that this red line was strong resistance. You knew the high of the day was resistance. Once you broke the high of the day, we should squeeze and spike. If we break the high of the day and we don't squeeze and spike, it shows that buyers moved in and then people took their gains right away. So Dek, why'd you take your profits so quickly here? Just because right now, team, it doesn't seem like I'm having a lot of consistency. So I'd rather, again, just take profits when I have them. That's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to do anything stupid. I'm just taking gains when I have them. I'm up $500 just from locking in small little profits. So right here, traders, I'm just, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to wait to see which way this squeezes, though. Yeah, yeah. Right now, Team S&P 500 getting ready to go. Man, I want to have some fun. You know, I feel like the weather's getting nice right now. It's, you know, it's always 75 degrees at this moment now. I want to have some fun. I want to like go to New York for a bit. I want to go down to Florida for a bit. I want to get ready to go to the beach for a bit. Anyone want to come to the beach with me? Anyone want to put some SPF 30 on my back? Anyone? No? Never mind. Never mind, guys. No big deal. No worries. It's all good. I thought we were friends. I thought we were friends. I thought I could open up to you guys a little bit. I would go up to you. I would rub your shoulders with sunblock if you needed it. I would do that. I guess it's not the same. I guess we have a different perspective on our relationship. Right now, the S&P 500 still trying to hold its gains right now. AK, I like the bathing suit. I could see you wearing that, AK. Traders, right now, S&P 500. I think we are about to see either fake out, breakout. I think whatever it looks like it's about to do, it's going to do opposite. Okay? I know that sounds stupid, but I feel like this is what's going to happen in the next few seconds. You're either going to see a big, huge red candle, and people are going to say, puts! Get ready for puts! And then all of a sudden, it's going to squeeze them all out and go on a big-time spike. Or it's going to be a big-time spike, and people are going to say, buy it on calls, this is the breakout! And then we're going to see a big-time drop right back on down. Yeah, no, the S&P 500, guys, we are not near all-time highs. All-time highs is all the way at 524. Just look at a daily chart. You might say today's the high of the day, but it's not all-time highs. All-time highs are still $5 away. Come to Miami. Love Miami. Come to New York. I'll be at New York next weekend. Next weekend I'll be there. Guys, here comes the SPY trying to get a little bit of that pop and squeeze. Here comes the SPY. Puts, be ready in case this one falls back underneath, I would say 519.10. If the SPY starts going back underneath 519.10, be ready to look for puts. Other than that, calls have control as long as it can stay above like 519.10. So SPX, guys, SPY, still watching this one. We're still building some higher lows. A little bit, but we are like right at that wedge pattern right now. Right now, SPY still trying to get a little bit of a climb on up. SPY still holding its gains though, guys. SPY, calls have it. Calls have it as long as it can hold probably 519.10. Okay? So SPYs have it as long as it can hold 519.10. Cody, come to Destin, Florida and hop on the boat. I'll put you on some fish, brother. Woo! Man, I would love that. Instead of, again, you know, that's the #1 place I was looking to buy a house for Airbnb-ing it out down in Destin, because it's just like so beautiful down there. But it's just, unfortunately, guys, I just couldn't afford it. Again, nice place. What do houses go for down there? It's like a solid place right near the beach. $3 million, $4 million, $5 million. It's just like, it's so expensive. But you know what? It is beautiful. It's clean. A lot of money down there. Guys, SPY looking great right now. SPY on the calls, looking great. So right now, team, SPY right now, looking great. SPY working itself on up. SPY with a nice climb. Here comes that little wedge squeeze. Are we going to be able to start pushing ourselves up hard? Guys, here comes a beautiful wedge squeeze pattern. Deck, you doing puts? I'm not doing puts right now. Buyers have it. So I am not doing puts right now. Buyers have this. Buyers are looking good. Buyers have this for the time being. So we had that little wedge, and this wedge is still, again, holding on up. If anything, switch to the call side, it seems like, at this point. So, you know, buyers, 519.50. If that one breaks, that one's going to keep on going. Notice the wedge, though. The wedge didn't fail. The wedge didn't disappoint us. The wedge was pretty solid there. I like it. I like how the wedge was holding on up. The wedge was doing exactly what we needed it to do. If we go underneath still, that 519.10, I still think that's where a lot of the weakness is going to be for us. Little squeeze. Oh, are we getting a little bit of that weakness? Let's just stay ready, team. Staying ready for absolutely everything. Staying ready for absolute all. Guys, a little bit underneath that area. Be careful. SPY, be careful on this one. I want to see if I can get maybe 1 to 2 more trades in. Push myself up towards about $1,000 would be my goal. So if I could get 1, 2 more trades in, push myself up towards about $1,000 would be my goal. That's kind of what I'm looking for. $1,000 day. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that $4,000 day today. SPY right now, team. SPY. We're going to go through a period of consolidation right now. Just a little heads on up, we are going to be going through a period of a consolidation at this moment. I just don't want to be missing anything. I'm just kind of looking around here, making sure that we are all set, making sure that we are all good, making sure that every single trader's coming out on top, making sure that we're winning, making sure that we're firing on all cylinders today, baby. Because that's what I want. I want us firing on all cylinders, baby. Whew. And I like this song too. They just don't make good music anymore. Any like EDM, party, house music. You know what's crazy? It's literally, if I go out, I hear the same songs over and over and over again. Whenever I do go out, which is pretty rare. But whenever I do go out, I hear the same songs over and over and over again. And they're all the songs that are from like 2016, 2019, 2015. Literally the best go out, party-ish, have fun music. Makes you think of summertime, EDM. That is literally from 2014 to like 2019. I feel like how do people not real? I don't understand how artists or musicians just don't realize it's like, why don't we just keep making that music? Literally every time I go out, I just hear literally the songs from 7 years ago. Not anything new. I don't hear anything new at all. I hear nothing new. I feel like every person just listens to stuff that came on out 7 years ago, if you're even in that genre. People, yeah, it's like it's all you hear.
I had a dream, we were sipping whiskey neat, highest floor of the Bowery, and I was high enough. Somewhere along
Right now, team, just staying alert.
seeing eye to eye, you were staying out all night.
Traders, right now, the SPY still doing well, holding that purple line well. So this is it, team. Guys, S&P 500, if you guys want to look for another play, it looks like calls are going to take on over here pretty soon. So it does look like calls are going to be taken on over here pretty soon. Does look like, again, buyers are still in control. Call side, 3 contracts, maybe 5,210, slightly out of the money. Break again of that 519.50 mark. We rally. Traders, things are looking pretty solid so far. I would love to see another rally. I would love to see another spike. I would love to see another rip right here. Could we get another break? As long as we stay above this purple line, we should break above that 519.50 mark here in just a second. And honestly, you know, rip and run up towards around like 519.75 next. So I really do like the S&P 500 trying to get that, you know, building on up, trying to get that squeeze and pop. We might have a few minutes of consolidation though until we retest that purple line and then start breaking on out. So I'm just getting ready to go on this. And this definitely has that potential to squeeze, to move on up. So right now, SPY right now. SPY at this moment. Trying to hold. Still, again, a very solid play. Still trying to hold up its gains. Notice, again, this purple line is really, you know, our safety net. This purple line has been holding as the safety net. This purple line has been holding as the main support line. This purple line really has been holding on up as, you know, the best play at this moment. Traders, a little bit, you know, getting a little bit scary here. A little bit scary, a little bit weaker. Puts taking on over here slightly, guys, underneath the purple line. We are underneath the purple line. Underneath the purple line, you gotta be careful. This is the first time that we're truly cracking this purple line as well. Gotta be careful on this, team. 5,205 underneath the purple line. You guys already know things can get weak, things can drop, things can get ugly. Remember, just do quick little put contracts. I'm gonna jump back in again. I only did one contract. I keep, doing that because I keep changing it on accident, which is okay here for the moment. I want to see if this thing can drop back on down and actually get that sell-off. I'm going to, again, do 5 contracts total. 5 contracts total. See if we can, again, get a sell-off and get a red candle. Dek, why do you want a red candle here? Because we are cracking this purple line. So if we crack this purple line and we're falling and fading, I would like to see the SPY fall on down towards around 519.10. 519.10, fall on down, push myself up over $500 on this trade. That would be great. So let's see if we can actually, fade and fall, go underneath that 519.20 mark, little lower shadow down towards around 519.15, put ourselves up, $400, $500 and make some money. That's going to be the idea here. That's going to be the target here. So the only reason why I'm doing this is just because we're cracking the purple line. If you're saying, Dek, this trade doesn't make any sense to me. We have had support, 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 support. We just lost our support. If we just lost our support, guess what? There's room now to fall because people could get more nervous. People could get more scared. So if we lose support, that is where the floor is now gone. And this is where traders could say, hey, you know what? It's going to start dropping and start getting ugly. That's my thought process behind this trade. That's, again, my idea behind this trade. That's my psychological, thesis behind this trade. So let's see if we get a nice red candle, fade on down towards, again, 519.15, push up this contract to about $500 plus, and see if we can make some, big money today, make some true gains today. So we want to see 519.20s. Purple line, if it ever does spike back on up, is 519.45 area. Let's see if this thing can turn and start getting weaker. Let's see if we can get a big red candle. Sell on off. See, we're looking for this fade here, traders. Looking for this fade and drop down towards, 519.10. Yeah, again, I'm not even looking to hold very long today. I've just been doing a lot of scalps. And what are scalps, guys? Scalps are when you have profit, you lock in profits. Like, that's what scalping is. When you're in the green, you take your green. When you're in the green, you lock in your gains. So, all right, guys, we're up 250, 200, almost there. Come on. Let's get another 10-cent drop. Guys, here we go. We're up 275, 250. Notice how the floor is starting to go. Notice how the floorboard is starting to disappear. Notice how, again, the floor is starting to drop a lot more. Does this make sense to everyone? Does everyone understand my thought process? So there's $300 right there. $300. Let's see if we can crack that 419.20 mark. Guys, here we go. We're up 325 now. 325. Let's see if we keep getting weaker. 325. Be ready to sell as well because we do want to go down to 510. Guys, here we go. Coming up to $500 now. Now we're at 450. Now we're at $400. 400, guys. Getting weaker here. Getting weaker. Let's see if this can keep on dropping. Keep fading here. Keep going lower. We got this. We're at almost 500. Guys, there's 500. There's 500. Oh, I love when I'm right. I love when I'm so good at this game. Guys, I'm going to take my gains. Guys, I'm going to take my gains and take $700 on the day. Man, I love being so good at this job. I love being so good at this job. And the thing is, it's not like it is the most crazy Dek. I have to figure out the best math in the world. Dek, I got to be able to do algorithms in my head. Dek, I have to... You don't have to. Guys, I'm going to say something that you may not know already. I'm not the best at math. Okay? I'm not the best math guy. Okay? I've never taken calculus. I've never passed algebra. I still count with my fingers at times. You're okay. You don't need to know that. Instead of honestly doing algorithms, we're more looking at picture books. We're more saying to ourselves this, guys. Okay. Purple line. Purple line. Purple line. Purple line. Crack of the purple line, we make money. Right? That's it. That's all we're doing. Right? That's crack of the purple line, we're doing money there. That's all it was. So remember, when it comes down to trading, we're just trying to be as smart and as safe and as good as we can. Please give me 1 second, guys. I actually got to walk across my room and grab something real quick. So give me a moment here, team. I'll be back in 3 seconds. Woo!
Two.
Save me.
All right, traders, thank you so much. We are all back, all set, and still crushing it. All right, team, all ready to go here. Now, 11:17 in the market. We are currently up almost $700 on the day. Currently up over almost $700 on the day. SPY starting to turn as well. We might actually even want to do another trade on the SPY. SPY team, maybe again like another just smaller contracts. It looks like we're about to get a nice little fade. Smaller little contracts, fade on down, and we're kind of pushing it a little bit. But we might, we might be able to make even a little bit more money here. $5,200, 3 contracts. If this again does, get a little bit of a crack, we should be able to make even some more money. So it could be $5,200 on puts. And we see this thing start cracking, fading. We could be able to make a couple more dollars here. It looks like it's going to. It looks like it's going to fade. It looks like it's going to collapse. It looks like we are going to get that drop on down here. And that's why I'm actually thinking about maybe doing one more trade and see if I can still push myself on up. Push myself on up towards $1,000 on the day. There's still a chance I go down to Raleigh. There's a small chance, but it's possible. S&P 500 traders, we are still sitting right at this mark. Can this be able to hold its gains? 519.19. I'm seeing a little bit more of a downtrend starting to form. And with this downtrend starting to form here, traders, I would love to be able to see this play. Basically, have a quick spike, crack, and start dropping back on down towards sub 519. Sub 519 traders is where I think traders are really going to start getting after it. Notice we are getting that weakness. Here comes a little bit of that fade already. Momentum is definitely starting to shift right now. Little shift of that momentum that we can all see. SPY starting to fade and fall. Can I also ask you guys a question though? Can I ask you guys a question? We have traded 4 times on the day. Every single trade today has been profitable. We have made $150. We made $120. We made $200. We made $200. Is everybody in the green today? Is everyone on top today? Is everyone saying, hey, Dek, we just absolutely crushed it on this day? I hope so. Because that's what I want every single day, traders. I want to make sure, I told you today, I already told you guys that I had a mission on this day. And this mission was that every single person, every single trader that watched me on this day was going to come out green. And I mean, I gave you 1 alert that you could go green on. 2 alerts you can go green on. 3 alerts you can go green on. 4 alerts you can go green on. Every single one of these you could be green on. So I hope everyone is green in some sort of manner today. Everyone is green, feeling absolutely electric, dialed in and saying, man, I absolutely love this. Traders, I want to earn your respect as a mentor. Again, this upcoming shorting strategies, I want every single person to give me a chance. If you guys are watching on TikTok, if you guys are watching on YouTube, if you guys are watching on whatever it may be, I want you guys to be able to say to yourself, hey, let me give Dek a chance. There's so many phonies out there. There's so many people there for the wrong intentions. This guy, again, does it live. This guy, again, does it in front of everyone. This guy explains every single trade. This guy's showing it in real time. This guy's answering questions. This guy, it's not, hey, sign on up because I posted a picture of a Lamborghini and now, again, I'm never here. Now I don't trade in front of you. Yeah, I just, again, tell you over a microphone and tell you how much money I made. You guys think you're ever going to learn that way? Never. So the thing is, team, make sure you guys are all set, ready, rock and roll. Let's keep on crushing, baby. Let's keep on getting after it.
When I call you, never answer. I try to talk, you keep on dancing. I can feel you on my skin, but am I only dancing with our wind? And I know you don't owe me your love, and I know that you don't owe me nothing at all. Ain't no way I'm giving up on you. Don't leave me here in the dark where it's hard to see.
All right, traders. Let's stay alert right now at this moment. Let's make sure that we're all set, ready to rock and roll. All right, guys. S&P 500. Stay alert here. We might still get another put contract. 5,200 put contracts. Looking to see if this one can be able to feed and drop. 5,200 is too far away. Yikes-a-roni. Let's go, honestly. 5,205, 5,200. Yeah, 5,205 is the best one. If you have limited funds, though, it'd be 5,000. Yeah, that's 5,205. Still good, though. Same contract as we did before. Because it looks like we are going to, I would say in probably about 3 to 5 minutes, I think we're going to get a sell-off. 3 to 5 minutes, we're going to get a sell-off. 3 to 5 minutes, we're going to start getting some work here. Traders, get ready. We're starting to get a little bit weaker. I think we're going to get one more pop, and then we're going to get a sell-off underneath 519. I think you guys are going to have one more chance to make money today, okay? I think you guys are going to have one more chance to make money. I think you guys are going to have one more chance to be able to make a profit. I think it's going to be on the put side, fading on down. That's what I think. SPY team starting to fade a little bit right here and right now. So you can already see the SPY already starting to get a little bit weaker at this moment. Getting ready for that possible sell-off. Are we going to drop here? As long as it stays underneath this purple line and has this little arc on down, I mean, absolutely, there's so much room to be able to fade and get ugly. Fade and get ugly, fade and fall, fade and get that weakness. I might go 5,200, go a little bit out of the money here. We are just all set to really get that sell-off. I would love to just see that drop. Might get one green candle, though. It's like it's getting so close to that sell-off. If you guys are on puts right now, you guys are already doing well, though. If you guys are already on puts, you guys are already doing well. You guys are already making money. You guys are already on top of it. It seems like it's already starting to get the little bit of that dump. Seems like it's already starting to get a little bit of that sell-off. It seems like it's already getting a little bit of that weakness. If you guys are in on it, great job, great work. Traders, I might be ending here. I might be ending here and just saying, hey, I'll take again a, I'll take a winning day. I'll take again $700 on the day. I was hoping to see if I could make maybe 300 bucks. You know, that was going to be my goal. If I could make another $300, make $1,000 plus on the day, so that, you know, we'll be all set, ready to rock here. So there you go. There's all the time and everything. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome. Hey, another winning day in the books here, traders. Another winning day coming out on top. Another winning day with tons of momentum. And again, it just feels good. Feels good to get back after it right here. It feels good to be able to get, you know, a nice winning day underneath the belt. It feels good to know that, again, we are going to be ending off our options trading with a bang. It feels good to know that shorting is going to be right around the corner, but we could always come back to options when we need it. It feels good to know that so many people are making money today. It feels good to know that so many people are going to be joining us on Tradecaster.com as we come into Monday. It feels good to be working the #1 job in the world. It all feels good, team. I don't think it can get much better. I don't think it can get much better. I don't think it can get too much more amazing than this. So traders, I just want to say thank you so much. And I do want to open up the floor right here. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys need? So questions, comments, concerns right now, open it on up to you guys. Happy to help you out with anything that you guys do need and make sure that you guys are all set. Broker I'm using is Lightspeed. Go to my Twitter right now. Nice. Or actually, you know what I'm going to do, guys, for TikTok? TikTok people. I'm going to change the link in my bio right now to, again, the broker discounts so that you guys can go ahead and get all the broker discounts. So give me 2 seconds. Let me, again, just post. Let me copy this. And then I'll post this over my TikTok here. All right, boom. Guys, if you guys go to my TikTok, my broker and the signups, the deals are all going to be on in my profile page. So that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. All right? And yes, guys, if I'll post this everywhere again. This will be the broker that I am using starting on Monday on Tradecaster, so that every single person here will be all set. So there is the link. Guys, there's the link right there. Everyone has it. You guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll. That's going to be who I'm using to get all my shorts coming Monday. Okay? Now let's also think about this. Monday, guys, when we kick off the shorting season, when we kick things on off, Monday's definitely going to be a little bit more of an introduction. Do not feel like you have to have all your funds, all your money, your account ready, open, funded, all set by Monday. I want to go over A to Z. So A doesn't mean $20,000 trades right away. A means I want everyone to be prepared for what's coming up in the future. Okay? So again, coming up on Monday, make sure you're all set. I'm going to be posting the sign-up links on Monday, on my Twitter, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my stock twits, on my on the email list, all of that stuff. So please make sure you guys are following me over on social media if you guys aren't yet, so that you guys are all set, ready to make that big time money. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, Deep Muti, where do you think the SPY will go from here? Breaking back above this purple line, calls. Underneath the downtrend, bears. So right now, again, the ultimate target today would be 520 plus. Mary Jane, how much money do you have to have in Lightspeed to short? You need at least $2,000 to short. Now, the thing is, if you do not have $2,000, Deck, does that mean I can't, again, be part of the 30-day class? Does that mean I can't be part? No, absolutely you can. You absolutely can. But the thing is, practice, study, paper trade. People say, oh, I don't have money, so I don't want to learn how to trade. So once they get money, now it's time to learn how to trade. Why don't you learn how to trade when you don't have funds, so the moment you get funds, you can start trading right away? People instead say, oh, I've got to have funds. Then I have funds, I'm trying to learn how to trade while trading real money, and boom, I lose it all. That's not the right way to trade. I always say one of the best blessings that happened to me was, and there's millions, so it's just one of the incredible blessings that has happened to me, is being a broke college kid. Is the broke college kid made me learn how to stock trade with paper money, fake money, and then go to real money. People always say this, oh, it's paper trading, it's not the same. It's not the same, I don't have the same emotions. Two things. Number one, get serious about it. Make it feel like it's the same thing. Oh, well, I can't. Well, again, you got to act like it is. And number two, it's not even to build up your emotions, it's to build up experience. All right? The thing is, I always bring up that movie, Apollo 13. Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks, and they're going around the moon, right? They're trying to land on the moon. The thing is, the very first scene, you see Tom Hanks sweating, and you see the other guys, all nervous, and they have high anxiety, and you think they're in space. But then guess what? They're really just in a simulator. They're in a simulator because they know if they can't even do it in a simulator, that they're going to die in space. So they take it extremely serious. To me, when I was in a simulator, I said, this is the job I want to do. If I don't have this job, I'm going to work some random job and make $40,000 a year and not have anything close to the life I have now. So the thing is, guess what? I made sure it was serious. I was sweating. I was having a little bit of anxiousness, saying, okay, I got to make sure this works on out. Can't land an astronaut ship on the moon in a simulator. You better not try to do it in real life. You can't, again, grow a small account in a simulator. You definitely can't do it in real life. Front, what's the thoughts on the web platform if you can't put in $5,000 for Lightspeed Trader Pro? Still good, still will work, you just have a little less features. Is it still good? Yes. Will it still work? Yes. Will you still have all the shorts? Yes. It's just less features. So yes, I will be looking to short penny stocks, stocks that are more like $10 and below, that area, that region. Nick, how much do I need to make as many gains as you do? So I will tell you today, each trade that I took today costed me about $2,500. So again, this trade cost $2,500. This trade cost about $2,500, and I was taking trades quick. So if you wanted to make $700 today, you know, that was from, again, $2,500 investments. Deep, if I open an account with Lightspeed, how long will it take an application? Usually about 2 days. 2 days it'll probably take. It's probably about 2 days before that's all set, ready to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I have just had an absolute blast with every single one of you guys today. It is an absolute joy to be able to make this money, and I hope to see everyone, of course, back here tomorrow. I hope to see everyone back here back on Money Monday on Tradecaster when we kick off this huge shorting event, biggest shorting event we've ever done, and I'm really just so fired on up. Guys, it is going to be insane. It is going to be awesome. I hope everyone absolutely crushed it on this day. I hope you guys made so much money on this day, and you guys are getting ready to rock and roll to see what this future is going to be bringing us. I will be in chat throughout the day on Tradecaster. I will be, again, typing. If, again, there is any sort of crazy action this afternoon, I'll be jumping back on the mic because, of course, I want to trade it. But I just want to say one more time here, team, it is so much fun working with you guys day in and day out. Thank you for people that are here. Thank you for the people who have joined us. Thank you for the amazing traders that are over on Tradecaster. You guys are fantastic. I love you with all my heart, and I just want to say one more time, help me wrap things on up. It is just an absolute joy. Doesn't get any better. Team, I'll see everyone back here, of course, later on today or bright and early tomorrow morning, and I'll see you on Tradecaster.com. You guys already know the drill. Let's do it, team. In 3, 2, 1. Woo! Baby, oh baby, oh baby. Let's go Rangers. Let's go Rangers. Let's go. Woo!
And I know you don't owe me your love, and I know that you don't owe me nothing.
Pains me to see. So many people are willing to learn how to trade stocks, but are simply just unsuccessful at it. It's not that you're a bad trader.
I'm up $953, $879, $1,300!
When people come up to me and they say, Dek, I'm just not a good stock trader, it's a whole bunch of baloney.
Oh my goodness, I just made $30,000. You guys want to see a show today? 20 grand in a day so far.
You know why I make so much money shorting? Because the answers are given to me.
$37,000. We're currently up $23,000, $24,000 right now. Let's go! This is high risk, high reward. Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'm going for $100,000 today. $100,000 month coming its way, baby.
You may not know everything, but all of a sudden, it's gonna click.
$30,817 in the market today. Oh my goodness, guys. Welcome to the stock market.
When I call you, never answer. I try to talk, you keep on dancing. I can feel you on my skin, but am I only dancing with the wind? And I know you don't owe me your love, and I know that you don't owe me nothing at all. Ain't no way I'm giving up on you. Don't leave me here in the dark where it's hard to see. Show me your heart, shed a light on me. If you love me, say so. love me, say so. If you love me, say so.